Wow.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Liverpool Connection podcast. This is PubChat, and this is our preview show for the Champions League match against Ajax at Anfield on Tuesday. It looks like it is going to go ahead, barring, something coming up. But yeah, the footy should be back on. Thank goodness. I think we've all missed it this past weekend. It's a bit weird getting up on a Saturday morning and not watching the footy, or Sunday morning. So we're back, and we've had a lot of troubles so far in the league and the Champions League. The Napoli game didn't go as planned, kind of went all pear-shaped. And yeah, this is time to put things right. Ajax, very good attacking team. I can't really see them just sitting back on this one. What you lads think?
Well, Ajax are have made a fantastic start to the season. They're top of the league. They're scoring a lot of goals. So like you say, they're attacking. They don't concede many.
21 goals scored and 3.
20, is that right?
Yeah.
So they're scoring a lot of goals. Playing really well from what I've read. It's going to be a difficult game. Like the Napoli game was difficult, but this is something it feels like almost you must win at this stage, because you don't want to start putting pressure on yourselves in the later games. But yeah, difficult again, as every game has been this season, because we're not playing well. So it's going to be tough. Glenn, what do you think?
I actually, it sounds weird this, but I'm sort of happy that we've got them and we've not got Wolves. I know that might sound insane, but at least they're going to come out a little bit and they're going to come and try and they're not going to just sit in and try and hit us on the counter attack. I think they're going to try and play a little bit. So they're obviously a lot better side than Wolves, but I think for the way that we play, us having a bit more space might just help us out. And then, they're a decent side. One thing I will say is, I don't know if you've watched the Rangers game. Rangers were really poor. I've watched Rangers quite a few times in Europe, and they were really poor against Ajax. So that's one thing. Ajax have lost their best 2 players, haven't they, to Man United for about £300 million. So they have lost them, but they always seem to just churn out player after player, don't they? But I think I'm quite confident, actually. I am. I think having the break, although it's been awful not having any football on this weekend, having the break has probably been good for us. Get a little bit more time for Arthur and Thiago, get more practice. Same with Jota as well. Mm-hmm. So I think it's I'm confident, actually. I'm surprisingly quite confident.
You're right on that. Going back to what you said about the openness, the way Ajax played, that might benefit us. That tends to help us in certain ways. So I'm interested to see if Ajax change the way they play, the way they've started the season, the way they set up against us. I don't think they will. I think they'll set up exactly how they've been playing, which is going to help us. And yeah, with players coming back, you would think that maybe Thiago's going to be starting. We'll see, but I would hope so as well. And yeah, with us getting players back from injury, it certainly gives us much better options than what we've had to this quite dreadful start to the season. So, but there's a long way to go.
We're not sticking a 17-year-old in midfield, Steve.
Hold on. A 17. Yeah, no.
Come on.
You certainly don't need now though. With having those extra days, it does, and not having the game on the Saturday, it does make things a little bit easier now. It looks like we've got a little bit more option. What would you do regarding the team? I might be getting a bit ahead of myself here, by the way. But what would you do regarding? Would you bring Matip in?
Yes.
100%. Next question.
Next question.
Yes, to Matip.
I'd still play Robbo.
I mean, you don't. The thing is now with obviously all the rumours. I know we might touch on it a little bit at the end, but we're obviously unsure about what's going to happen with Chelsea. Just go strong. I mean, for me, I do Trent, I do Robertson, I do Matip, Van Dijk, and then the mid. Go on.
I'm just saying it's a bit ridiculous that the club hasn't heard anything about Chelsea, because that really can affect the lineup as well. Because if we know we're not playing Chelsea on Sunday, I think we can go stronger.
To be honest with you, I think we can go quite strong anyway, Darren, because from Tuesday to Sunday, that's a fair few days, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
But it's the recuperation after.
We're international, isn't it? It's a national break after it. So I do know what you're saying, but I still feel like
it's just keeping us in limbo.
Yeah.
Watch Wednesday.
Well, anyway, go back. Yeah, back to the team. Back to the team. What would you do then with the midfield?
You got to go strong, haven't you? I mean, after what happened against Napoli and then not playing against Wolves, Thiago's got to start. Fabinho's got to start, and then I think it's time for Elliott to have a bit of a rest. I know everybody loves his attacking style, but defending wise, he goes missing. We just need a strong showing. So, I mean,
would you play them?
Arta. Yeah.
That's a tough one, right? And the Elliott, I agree with you. Yeah, Elliott's been brilliant going forward. But yeah, I think defensively, like the hard graft of the midfield, he's not there yet, and it's completely expected due to his age and inexperience and this new role. You still see play more attacking. So I think it is time maybe for Elliott to take a break, but it feels like that's the open position for this game, doesn't it? I think Fabinho and Thiago, if fit, we're recording this on the Sunday, so hopefully the next couple of days they'll be good. But you would think them two would start, and then you have an open spot, which could be Arthur or Artur, as he's known. It could be Curtis Jones. He might want a bit more in that midfield. I think that's the
one thing I'd say
that would be the open spot, right? That's the open position for me.
With Curtis, though, he usually plays on the left.
He does.
Yeah.
So
and he's barely played. Barely played. He's not. I don't think he's. I can't remember that when he came on. It was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's. I'd be surprised if he. I'd be surprised if he did. As much as I don't want to see it, I really don't. It could be something in maybe playing Milner. I don't want to see that though.
Again, he's got to have a break. He's played every game, hasn't he?
But I mean, you say he's got to have a break, but he's not played now since last Wednesday. We keep talking, right?
Okay, we need a break from Milner. I think it's more. Maybe.
No, I think we need a break. Yeah, we definitely do. But we keep talking on these podcasts, and I don't know where we've got it in our heads. Is that we've played about 8 games so far this season? Do you know what I mean? We've got an international break in next week. We don't necessarily need to be giving players we haven't played for a week.
No, I get it, but we also don't necessarily need to start Milner again in a Champions League game where it hasn't really worked in the previous games this season, right?
That's definitely a separate question. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be seeing Milner playing, but it's more of a case of are you going to play? Are you going to play someone like a Harvey against these? You might do. You might say let's go for more technical players, and you might play your Thiagos, and you might play your Arthur or Harvey, or you might go with maybe a defensive one as in Milner. But it is difficult. It's a hard one. It's a hard one to say. Obviously, a lot of it's depending on what their fitness is like as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
But front three.
I think he'll go with. I think he'll go with Nunes for this up front. A home game.
Diaz, Nunes, and Salah.
Yeah.
Salah. I think so. And on Diaz, actually, I think he's been the one player consistently that's done pretty good so far this season. Salah, of course, has struggled, but I put that down. A lot of that down to a bit of his positional play, Trent being off form, and then having someone different behind him in Elliott. So I think that's a whole new thing for him. But yeah, I think Diaz has done pretty well. He's been grafting and he's been getting the goals. Impressed with him. But yeah, Diaz, Nunes, Salah, most likely for me.
What's the crack with Keita? What is going on with Keita?
Well,
yes,
he's been apparently sick, and then apparently he fell over, and now apparently it's a muscle injury. There's been no word on.
James Pearce came out and said he's got a really bad hamstring.
Yeah, but he got called up for the.
He got called up, and the manager for his national team says he's going to be fit. So
that's what I mean. It's like, unless he's just being a chancer and being like, well, we're going to call him up, and even if he's around the squad and doesn't play, because he's such a big player for them. But it is weird, isn't it? It is. I mean, surely Liverpool can't be letting Keita go, even if he's traveling. To Guinea, or wherever they're playing. But it doesn't make sense, does it?
It's mental. It's mental, the situation with that. But I think we all know he probably is injured because he's always injured. But I think there's more to it than
I hope he is. I hope he is injured and it's nothing else, because that'll be a nightmare, won't it? But
well, it's two things, isn't it? I mean, he's been left out of our Champions League squad, at least for the group stages.
Yeah.
Right. He's been left out of that. So the injury must be serious enough for that. But the fact he's been called up by them, that makes no sense. So it'll be interesting in a couple of weeks to see what
because
the truth
even if
is,
he's
really.
Yeah, because it's not even a couple of weeks, it's a week. I mean, we'd play Chelsea on the Thursday, and then they would all travel probably to their national team.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Thursday, Sunday. So they'd probably travel on a Monday. So it's only about a week away. Yeah. But if he has been called up, and they've got games that week, and we're saying that he can't play in the Champions League, well, straight away you're thinking something's not right there. Because they don't even need to call him up. If they think, well, he's a great figure, he won him around, they don't have to call him up, do they? You can just go. You can just go with him.
That's one play. One possession that could have gone to another player. So I really don't understand it. But
yeah, there might be more to it, but
it's what it is at the moment. You can't count on him. So he's done. But Ajax, they've got Klaassen, very good midfielder, and then the new lad Kundis. He looked good. Well, anybody looked good against Rangers, but Kundis looked really good, and Edison Alvarez as well. So even though two of their best players, went to United, they still look good. I mean, Ajax every season looks good. I really enjoy watching them play.
Well, they've just signed Bassi from Rangers as well, and he's really good. He's a centre half.
Oh, it is a good stat from that game as well. He had 142 successful passes, 60 less than the whole entire Rangers team.
Really?
Pretty pathetic.
They actually dominated, didn't they? Yeah, they dominated it.
That's right. No, he played for Rangers, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a decent signing as well. So they sold your man to Man United for like 60 million, and they bought him for it was like under 7. I think it was like about 17, 18 million as well. So yeah, he looks pretty decent. But they
have some experience, and they have what's his name, Steven Bergwijn, who started really well.
From Spurs.
From Spurs, they got Tadic as well.
Yeah.
So they know, their way around a little bit in England, but they've started well to the season as well. So
Glenn's still playing, isn't he?
Yeah. He's got to be off 45 now, though, hasn't he? Bloody hell. What's our predictions then, Julian? What you thinking?
Oh my God, this season, who knows? Well, if Thiago's back, that automatically gives us a better chance of winning. Matip's back, that gives us a better chance of winning. That will make us more stable. And I think Matip helps Trent massively at the back, because I think the Gomez-Trent area has been a bit of a struggle. Saying that, Gomez, I thought, started the season really well up until the Napoli game, and then he had a 20 minutes where he had a disaster. But certainly Matip helps Trent on that side. So all that said, I think I'm going to say a nice, solid Liverpool 3, Ajax 0. I think we're going to come out and put on a performance. 3-0.
Wow.
Yeah. I'd love it to be that comfortable, but I'll go. I think I said 2-0 for Wolves as well. Yeah, I fancy like a really nervy 2-0 win. But yeah, just need to, like you say before, we desperately need to win this, because if not, then we've got Rangers. We've got Rangers
will be coming out.
Well, it's not even that. It's you've got Rangers back to back then next in the Champions League, and it's going to be really tough going into them. But going on to Chelsea, and obviously we don't really go into the game because it's a week away, and obviously we know the situation's changing and stuff. It sounds really, it probably might sound bad, this, but the actual break for Liverpool, I know in the future probably will be a bit of a pain in the ass because we'll have to fit in games. We were talking a little bit about where the games would fit in, but if we didn't play the Chelsea game, I don't think initially it would be the worst thing in the world. It would give us a little bit more time to get a few more bodies back, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, Canute and Hendo are supposed to be back right after the international break, so that's good. But again, they have to get back match fit. So yeah, if we don't play Chelsea, the next Prem match is October 1st, Brighton, and that's it as well. So
yeah, that'll feel like a long time away, won't it? I don't know. Do you know what? Saying that, I'm just thinking now as I said it. Chelsea have got so many things going on. They've just got Potter in charge. I'm thinking, I don't know, is it the worst time to play Chelsea? Is it like instead of playing them in February or March, whatever, when they've got a little bit of momentum?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we have no momentum. They've got their brand new manager that you never want. You know what that's like when you face. Yeah,
true, but
I would rather face them later, honestly. But
it's pretty damn then, what Klopp said as well. Like, before we were going to play Wolves, and he was like, Wolves must be laughing.
That's yeah.
I mean,
very honest, wasn't he?
Huh?
He was very honest.
Yeah, he was. I mean, I'm sure any team would be licking their lips at watching what happened against Napoli.
To an extent, but then you also see it the other way. And sometimes when the team has a really bad result, and then the next, like City've done it for years, they go get beat at home against Palace or someone. Next game they win 6-0.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they just get out of the system. I reckon Klopp and the players probably were desperate to play. Although I was very happy to have the day off. I don't think I could watch those crabs for another game.
The other thing as well for Ajax, not to forget, but Jota is back as well, so he's got to be someone that maybe is in consideration for that front three.
I think it might be too soon. I think he might be too soon.
Yeah. So it's good to have him back, definitely.
Our bench is looking a lot stronger, which is good. I mean, the only way is up, right, lads? Only way is up. But yeah, get a result against Ajax, and the pitchforks go back in the house for a little while until the next blip.
I've got one for you just before we end. I've literally just thought about this, by the way, so I'll give you no heads up. Who is your favourite Dutch player ever? Can't say Van Dijk. Can't say Van Dijk.
Cruyff.
Van Basten.
See, you're older than me, although this hair wouldn't think it.
Yeah.
You're going to go with what? Anthony?
Don't know. I'd say probably Premier League. Absolutely love Bergkamp. Absolutely love them.
Yeah.
I'd probably say Bergkamp.
I did like Snyder.
He was a good player, wasn't he?
Yeah,
good for a couple of years, wasn't he? And then he just
on his day. Now they're all fat. They're all fat.
He went to Turkey. They had loads of class players, haven't they? Considering it's such a small country. Yeah, no, Bergkamp. I think Bergkamp's my favourite Dutch player.
It is. That's the tough. There is the. You're right. There's so many to go through. You got your
It's a
right
bit boring
cards and your
choosing
root.
It's a bit boring choosing Cruyff and Van Basten, to be honest with you. Yeah, for obvious ones, aren't they?
It just depends who you like. I just like Cruyff. He just loved his football, and you know the way he on the pitch.
How old were you when you must have seen Cruyff play? You must have been pretty young, mustn't you?
Yeah,
I don't
give it
remember.
down right here.
How old's Dad? Did you watch Cruyff play? No, I didn't.
You must have seen him play.
I mean,
you can't just pick someone then who sounds like he was dead good and he was a good football fellow you've never seen play. That's cheating.
Seen Cruyff play. Yeah.
Let's be honest, right?
I'm a 70s kid.
Yeah. All right, Jan Kromkamp. Does that make you happy, Glenn?
Other than thing, we've not had some of the better Dutch ones, have we? Bloody hell.
How he was in our FA Cup team against West Ham, I have no idea.
All I remember from Kromkamp really was when Gerrard scored that goal against West Ham, and then you see Kromkamp just look bemused next to Gerrard. That's kind of my sole moment I remember him. But yeah, he was not great, was he? He was not good.
No.
But
no.
I remember when Stevie scored the second goal, and Kromkamp came over to him, and Stevie just went, "Get off me." You remember that? And then Stevie went like that at the back of his shirt. Kromkamp was just like, "All right, lad." Yeah, he wasn't one of our better Dutch.
Robin was a good player. I liked Robin. He was a pretty good player.
Well, he went to United.
He was brilliant, wasn't he? But
Chelsea. Chelsea, you mean?
Chelsea, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
Iron Robin.
I'm thinking of Robin van Persie.
Yeah.
But he was good as well. Yeah, I mean the leagues had quite a lot of good Dutch players. But hopefully there's no good Dutch players on Tuesday night. Hopefully they
we'll win.
As a win.
We'll
just
win.
Get us a win, lads.
I think we were going back all the way to the beginning of this conversation. I think the way Ajax set up suits us. Added to that, the players coming back. I think we will win. I think we'll win pretty comfortably as well. So, yeah, confidence, belief.
You have to, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll do another one in the week, and we'll see if we've got another game to play.
Yeah, well, we should know by Wednesday whether we're playing Chelsea or not. So yeah,
yep.
But, onwards and upwards. You know, we're in a black hole right now. Doesn't seem too good. But Klopp and this team are too good to not sort this blip out. And that's what it is. It's a blip. It's not a crisis. It's a blip.
We'll see about that though, because we'll see. Hopefully, it's a blip. we'll see in a month or two where we're standing. But I think with the players coming back, I think we're in. We'll be good. I think we'll finally go on a run. So
run somewhere, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, if anyone's got any parting words, we'll
subscribe and like, share, and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
and comment who your favorite Dutch player is in the comments. Who's your favorite Dutch player ever? And don't choose somebody you've barely seen.
Yeah.
What? Jumping on YouTube right now. Who scored the most goals? But yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, if whatever Dutch player you like, just put up in the comment, and we can have a chit chat. We're gonna get on at Steve about giving that book away, because I don't think he's found a winner yet. But yeah, the best comment gets a book from Magic Man, from El Presidente. Signed. He's going to sign somebody else's book. But yeah, brilliant. Anyways, look out for our new storytelling episode that's coming out very soon with Swedish author Bjorn Melian. And we'll have another pub chat coming out next Wednesday after the Ajax match, and hopefully we'll all be having rosy cheeks and smiling and laughing, and hopefully. So yeah, thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll see you later.
Good times. See you later.